13 এর brief থেকে
is such that you have to maximum expert
below the rank of the civil service officers in the election duty. Which are the posts below the rank of the civil service officers? Observers. So yesterday it was,
I was asking
yes,
that would take time to the argument.
my, this is the order that the court is passing, usual orders, where prayer is that submission is rather from the petitioners that they ought to have been engaged as micro observers. And direction is passed upon the commission to see that seniority is maintained at the time of detailment of election duty. I get it.
With regard to the deputation, my lord, in the meantime, when these matters were going on, my lord, as far as item number 13 is concerned, the same petitioner was before the honorable court, my lord, in 2019. That was 2019. That was the parliamentary election. So Election Commission of India was actually the proper respondent. But one paragraph which records the submission of ECI, well, if I may read out, because this question is coming up that how I'll be deputed, where I'll become a subordinate to the BDO, because I am higher in rank to that. But if I may read that paragraph, my lord. This is All Bengal State Government College Teachers Association versus Election Commission of India. Learned advocate appearing for the Election Commission of India submits that the apprehensions expressed by the petitioners are misplaced. He submits that every effort is being made by the Election Commission to allocate appropriate duties to the officers. Keeping in view the notification dated 16 February 2010 issued by the Election Commission, election duties according to him can be divided into two parts. Now, this part is very important. Can be divided into two parts. One is the discharge of actual polling duties at the polling station. The other is the duty to make arrangements for polling to take place smoothly in accordance with law. Usually, officers of the state, such as BDO, are allocated duties for arrangement of polling. They are not involved in the polling station itself. Under polling station itself, roughly, the hierarchy of persons allocated the polling duties are a presiding officer under whom there will be the first polling officer, second polling officer, and the third polling officer, and so forth, as the situation may demand. The polling officers report to the presiding officers. The presiding officers, in turn, report to the chief electoral officer of the state. Therefore, in such hierarchy of things, a presiding officer at which post the member of the first petitioner are likely to be appointed in the election process will not be placed below any person lower in rank. He submits that the court did not pass orders on surmises and apprehension and conjecture, which according to him is at present stage of the litigation. According to him, no individual instance has been brought so. So, my lord, the hierarchy has very well been explained that the presiding officer is not under the BDO. BDO is taking care of the arrangement and the making of the roster. The presiding officer is reporting directly to the chief electoral officer of the state. So, my lord, same, it may be of the Election Commission of India, but the same hierarchy is maintained in election of the State Election Commission also. So, this apprehension is misplaced that I will be whichever post, WBCS ranking, Group A, senior lecturer, associate professor, that they will be placed under a APRO. That is wrong. This is dispelled by this submission. One is making the arrangement and one is
no, but then the State Election Commission also has its own guidelines, where it is mentioned that the hierarchy is to be maintained.
guideline under the returning officers.
না 10 আর 13 হ্যাঁ এই দেখো একটু দেখতে হবে কোথায়
Out for just.
Guideline for the returning officers. This is the attitude of the returning officer. This is for the purpose of president and of economic traveling house. For raising the reduced number of police personnel from among employees under the state, the central government as well as under the local bodies. As well as the assessment of the availability of
বসার জন্য এখানে রাখ না
commission instructing to all heads of department of state government officers. Showing the number of officers staff in facility task of already had, they should have had. Already defined. They are the duties of the senior officers. Both uncalled for. That's why I say to the now the detector aspect. Saying they should not at all be and ultimately by the local OC, by the observer. What happens if the observer comes and says, yes, therefore this is not correct that they will be officers not at all. It's where they have to adopt the instruction of the observers of the case. They can be appointed observers.
Please come.
I have
Yes.
perhaps
Yes. Is the green light blinking? Oh, in
No.
your microphone, the green light.
Since yesterday, it's not.
No, there it is.
Now, I believe. Well, if your lordship takes schedule 7 of the constitution, my lord,
Yes.
may I? Entry number 72 of schedule 7, my lord, speaks of, my lord, elections to parliament, to the legislatures of state, and to the offices of the president and vice president, the election commission. Lordship has got that, my lord? Schedule 7, entry number 72.
Yes.
Now, Lordship will kindly take the state list, that is list 2, entry number 37. Election to the legislature of state subject to the provision of any law made by the parliament.
Listen, at this point of time, will we go into all these things?
May I,
The election
why I say this? Why I say this,
of
my
few
lord?
days.
Why I say this, my lord? Why I say this? I'm trying to, my lord, or perhaps it will be an academic discussion, but this point has to be, my lord, gone down. My lord, Lordship has to consider this, and Lordship may reject my point, but
But at an
apropos
appropriate
to what fell
stage.
from your lordship, my lord, I have found out another order, my lord, of a honorable single judge, that is of 2013. This is Panchayat.
We will look into all these things at a later point of time.
fair
not
enough,
now.
my lord. All I am trying to say, my lord, Supreme Court in very many cases, my lord, when there is a conflict between the union list and the state list. Now, today, pausing here for a moment, my lord, I pose this question to myself. There's a notification which my learned friend was referring to yesterday, which was the Election Commission of India notification, where it has been written that should not have been drafted. And the state, my lord, my little understanding, my lord, is if a legislature thereafter, my lord, issues certain notifications that itself for the limited purpose is to be taken as a part of the legislature, my lord. So all notifications after, my lord, the Election Commission of India assumes power to conduct an election, my lord, is in a way to be taken as law for the time being enforced, my lord. Here, my lord, the state legislature, my lord, has not done anything or probably is doing contrary to what the union legislature has prescribed, my lord. So if there is this conflict, my lord, Supreme Court in many decisions, my lord, one I have right now in front of me, my lord, Lordship will take 2010 3 SCC, page 571, my lord. Most celebrated judgments, a 3 judges bench, my lord. It's still good law, my lord, where it says, my lord, if there is a conflict between the union list and the state list, my lord, the union list has to prevail. Now, the Election Commission of India, the Representation of People's Act, is a central legislature by which under Article 324, my lord, the Election Commission of India is thrusted upon power to conduct elections. The Election Commission of India there in turn issues notifications. Those notifications are to be treated as law for the time being till the counting is completed and the new government takes possession, takes authority or assumes office. Here, my lord, for the local body elections, my lord, the State Election Commission is empowered under Article 243K in case of panchayats, my lord. Notifications issued there too, my lord, will be treated as law for the time being in force. And now there is a conflict, my lord. I pause here for a moment, my lord. If there is a conflict, which one to follow? So now I go back to my representation, my lord, annexed at page 50 of my writ petition, my lord. Lordship will kindly take the second page, my lord. I'm sorry, my lord. The third page at page 52, my lord, where I refer to 2 notifications, my lord. One is the letter dated 16/2/2010, which I was referring to earlier, my lord, of the Election Commission of India, Group A or equivalent senior officers, including teaching staff of universities, colleges, etc., should not be drafted for polling duties in polling station premises without specific reasons to be recorded in writing, my lord. So there is no specific reason, my lord. Now, here, my lord, I will, Lordship, take once more to, my lord, to one of my annexure at page 25. Shamol Haldar, he's appointed as a presiding officer. His possession is an assistant professor. So, my lord, there is a clear conflict, my lord. And admittedly, it is nobody's case, my lord. Admittedly, the State Election Commission has not pronounced anything, which is, my lord, to say that the officers who are more than the pay grade above the IAS officers under the UGC scheme, my lord, the pay grade is higher than
All
that, my
this
lord.
you can take it up in a appropriate bill. It can be decided. But as of now, if you want relief in the ongoing
These are
election,
my submissions, my
right?
lord. Lordship will kindly consider this aspect, my lord. This is all I want to submit, my lord.
There is hardly any time. As it is, we have an early rising today. There are many matters in the list. Now, if you continue in this matter, then
No, I am not, my lord. I'm not standing in the way, my lord. Lordship
nobody
will...
is standing. But thing is that if these type of submissions are made and the court is to consider it, then it'll be time taking. And I don't know what relief will come later on. There already is an order which is being passed in most of the matters where all these submissions have been considered. The two directives of the state and as well as the Election Commission of India, both has been taken into consideration, and direction has been passed upon the commission to maintain the seniority at the time of detailment of electoral duties.
Fair enough, my lord. Fair enough.
Right? So if you are okay, it's all right. Otherwise, I'll post it for hearing after the elections are over. We will see.
Well, may I take 5 seconds? I will just take it. Fair enough, my lord. Lordship will, as observers, my lord, that's my instructions.
Well, in that order, there is no specific direction for as observers, only seniority to maintain.
It cannot be, my lord, in terms of annexure, page 25 of my petition, my lord, cannot be arrayed as a presiding officer, my lord, that has to be taken care of, my lord. That is there, my lord.
Usual-
Confused with
Usual
any
order যেটা আমাদের
duties
আছে,
without which is
detailment of duty.
subordinate to the executive officer should be avoided. That's the prayer.
Uh, Executive officer,
Yes, because our pay scale is more superior to the executive. I have said in the paragraph 6, 7, and 5, 6, and 7. I've given the pay scales. তুমি ওটাই গেলে পরে এখন মামলা শেষ হবে না। প্রেশারটা বুঝে করতে হবে তো। Paragraph 6, note, we have given our entry level salary
all group
57,000.
A officers. The other matters are also all in respect of group A officers.
Kindly, madam, protect that. There is no question about the interstate seniority here.
Yes.
Pay scale is the madam, foundational consideration.
I think the order that is there will take care of everything.
No, I have not
Uh,
seen this order.
Mr.
No, I-
Bandyopadhyay, please.
I had given Mr. Bhattacharya a copy yesterday.
Right.
Myself, I had got a bunch and I had distributed everyone. To Mr. Bhattacharya, তুমি তো পালিয়ে গেছিলে, করোইনি মামলা, তুমি ছিলে না কালকে।
নেই তো, এদিকে-
Go through the order as of
Post-
it's the usual order. Just go through
But
it. In
it's
case-
part of,
In case any change.
well, Mr. Sinara was appearing in that matter, one of the matters.
Knowing everything.
এটা না নাই, এই জজ সাহেব যে order দিয়েছে,
Yesterday's order.
এইটাই।
No, yesterday's order shows.
But yesterday's order, the text is more or less, Lordship has proceeded on the same point.
Point কোনো আপনি করেছেন।
Absolutely same.
That is what I'm showing.
Do you have your phone? You find out yesterday's order, which has been, please check up. Disposed of usual order.
Violating this order, that is the point.
10 and 13.
No, madam, this order with deepest of respect, no, does not,
What is the date of the order?
this is 28th of June.
Yesterday I passed order. Check up. 28th of June is
Yesterday's,
long back.
yesterday's 3 তারিখ ছিল তো? Yesterday's is 15609 of 2023. Biplab
Check up.
Datta versus State Election Commission.
Many matters. Yesterday a bunch of
No,
matters.
one reference I'm giving, my lord.
Find out
15609.
yesterday's date. Open the
Yes, my lord has
website.
been pleased to observe the election commission is directed to take necessary steps to ensure that hierarchy in service is strictly maintained at the time of detailment on duty. That is the foundational claim that you do.
Yes. same.
In the other one also same direction is there. এটা নিয়ে নিও না, এটা বলছি।
Similar or
Yes.
Deeply obliged.